Hello everyone. Let me start by saying a few words about my project title Online Travel Journal. This travel journal are written documents where we can write about trips we have taken and what we have learned during and experiences we had. It is a collection of adventures, stories, memories and discoveries and the photos that we took during our trip and even voice recordings that we have made during our trip. Travel journals is one of the most popular journals among the different types of journals. Okay, let's look into our code now. To open the code, we use a tool called Visual Studio Code. This Visual Studio Code is a free coding editor that helps us to start coding quickly. We can use it to code in any programming language without switching editors. Visual Studio Code has support for many languages including Python, Java, C++, JavaScript and Django. Here we use the language called Django to realize our project. Django is a high-level Python web framework that enables rapid development of secure and maintainable websites. Django is an open-source framework for backend web applications based on Python. The main goals are simplicity, flexibility, reliability, and scalability. Here is our folder React Nodes App Master. There are different components present in it like add-node.js, header.js, nodes.js, app.js, index.css and index.js. So in our projects we use an extension called node.js. Here node.js is an open source environment. It is a free and it runs on various platforms. Node.js can generate dynamic page content and Node.js can also collect form data. It can add, delete, modify in a database. Node.js files have extension called .js. HTTP is a first-class citizen in Node.js, designed with streaming and low latency in mind. This makes Node.js well suited for the foundation of a web library or framework. Here we have used HTML and CSS for front-end programming language. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a standard markup language for creating web pages. Here it describes the structure of web page. It consists of a series of elements. Here these elements tell the browser how to display the content. HTML elements label piece of content such as this is the title, this is the heading, this is the paragraph and this is the link. The doc type HTML declaration defines that this document is an HTML document. The head element contains meta information about the HTML page. The title element specifies a title for HTML page. The body element is a container for all the visible content such as heading, paragraph, images and hyperlinks. The h1 element defines large heading. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS is a language we use to style a web page. CSS describes how HTML are to be displayed on the screen. Here, CSS rule consists of a selector and a declaration block. The selector points to the HTML element we want to style, and the declaration block contains one or more declarations separated by semicolons. Each declaration includes a CSS property name and a value separated by colon. In our header, dark mode, container, node list are the selectors. We are styling our websites by using these selectors. Here, display, align items, background color, margin, padding are the CSS properties and flex, center, auto and more are the values too as we require. So now let's look into our output. To display output, we use the command npm start. So then it runs the app in the development mode, or we can also view it in the browser by clicking on http://localhost:3000. So, this is our website travel journal. Here we can write our experiences regarding the trip. Now deploying our project into Azure. For that we need an Azure account. These are the steps for creating a static web apps and web application services by using Azure services. Now go to resource and create a resource and then click on create a web app. Now create a new resource group, that is Travel Journal 1. And Azure website.net, name it as Travel Journal 2. So yes, it is available, and select your runtime stack as Python 3.11. And keep the region as Southeast Asia, and in pricing plan take it as a basic B1 planning. And next click on review and create, then it creates our web application. Yes, deployment is in progress. It take a while to deploy. And yeah, now the deployment is success. Now go to resources and click on deployment center. And in deployment center we need to select source code, and our code is in GitHub. Here we need to give organization, that is GitHub username. And followed by the type of repository. Then select branch as main branch. Now click on preview file. This is the workflow configuration of GitHub repository. Here we can see the file path. Without this we cannot run the code. Then click on the save. It is creating our website. See, here it is successfully set up by GitHub Action, Build and Development Pipeline. Now we can view our code in GitHub, and this is our final website. Thank you.